Thunder booms, lightning crashes, leaving boots filled with ashes. As we lay you down to rest, we read the pages of the Dead Man's Digest.
Hello, boils and ghouls, and welcome to episode 2 of the Dead Man's Digest for the 26th Halloween Horror Nights season. I'm your host, Darren, and along with me tonight, live and direct from freezers in Leatherface's butchering room, we have Travis.
What's up, guys?
And Nina.
Hello, you brought me back? What?
How's everybody doing this evening?
Fantastic.
Not
Ready
too
to
bad.
talk about some Horror Nights.
Excellent. Well, just got some quick housekeeping here. I started a Twitter account and Facebook group, upon popular demand there, for the Dead Man's Digest. The Twitter account is at Dead Man's Digest, and the Facebook group is called The Dead Man's Digest. So you can go ahead and find it. The group is private to discourage spammers, so just send me a request and I'll add you immediately. There you can ask questions, and we can put up polls and any photo updates and blogs that we do there. So thought that would be nice.
Yay. Go follow, and join the group.
Yeah.
It'll be a straight line to get in touch with us and stuff. So if you have any questions or anything like that, just make sure you pop in there and throw them on there.
Yeah, definitely. And let's also just talk about the thing we just all three of us just did, and we booked our Unmasking the Horror tours.
Yes. I'm excited for that, man.
Yes, I cannot say that ours was a smooth process, though.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Their website leaves something to be desired, because I put everything in the way that we did, and put in my credit card information and all that, and it didn't go through. It kept saying that there was an error. I called Universal, and the first person that talked to me said, "Oh, that's a problem with your bank. That's not Universal, so call your bank." So call the bank, wait on hold forever. Yeah. And they're like, "No, we don't see any problem on this end." So call back, and then the person that I talked to at Universal the second time said, "Oh yeah, this happens a lot with the system. We can just do it over the phone," and did it over the phone and took care of it for me real quick.
That's odd. I didn't have any issues, and I even did it on my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, the one we opted for was the double tour, basically, where you get to go through two of them, and that depends on the weekend that you go. But 119 for like the off days, I guess, and 129 for the busier days, I guess.
It's not bad.
Yeah, and that's for, I guess, ultimately you'll be going through 6 houses, because each one says you go through 3. It says up to 3, which makes me a little nervous, but I'm guessing that's just to cover themselves in case of any issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, single is $74.99 or $79.99. So if you look at it, you're just you're getting like a $20 discount going on both of them, and you get to see.
And there's no AP discounts on that, correct?
No. It's like Express Pass or the RIP tour or anything like that. You get no annual pass holder discount on those.
Right.
So that is good information to know.
Yeah. I'm excited for it, man. I wanted to do it last year, but I don't know. I just slacked and never ended up doing it last year. I saw a lot of people's pictures from it last year and looked really, really cool, especially if you're, like a photographer or you like taking pictures. This is definitely the tour to do, because they let you get up close and personal with a lot of the props and stuff like that. So it's absolutely cool. Yeah.
One thing I saw from last year was they were in the body collectors. Yeah, I'm zoning out. Sorry. Body collector's house. They were letting people, sit in and simulate basically the spine rip scene.
Oh, that's the best scene.
So you could, take a picture like that, which was pretty awesome. So.
I would have loved to have a picture like that, dude. I would have had to frame that or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm excited. This is all of our first time doing this, right?
Yep.
So yeah, this is better than the media tours, because the media tour, you go through, maybe you might get to go through 1 with the lights on. This one you get to go through 6, and have a lot of dedicated time in there, because each tour looks to be about 2 to 2.5 hours.
So it's a morning and an afternoon tour, right? Like,
yeah.
Is there like a break? There's a break obviously in between it, right? Probably like an hour or 2 break in between them.
Yeah.
Is it like bam, bam, bam? You do 6.
Well, the morning is 10:30 in the morning, and then the afternoon's 2 p.m. So yeah, I think you're gonna have some time in between there to go grab something to eat real quick, and then
take a quick ride on Monday.
Yeah. I also found out that I'm gonna be doing the RIP tour that night too, so I'm gonna have a crazy action-packed day and night.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is going to be
Halloween Horror Nights out.
Yes, that is going to be a long day. But
It'll be fun though, man.
Everybody do the RIP tour with is going to be annoyed too. You're going to be like, well, you know how they do this effect here.
You would never
like, I already saw this in the light. Man.
Yeah. Well, you guys get.
Hopefully it doesn't ruin it too much for me. I don't think it will. Because then I'll know where some of the spots are. You know what I mean? Especially
exactly.
doing it that early on in the event.
Yeah, for people like us that love it this much, I don't think that you could possibly do anything to ruin it. It only gets better and better.
No. Yeah.
So yeah, and now it is. It's been a few weeks. A little disclosure here: we're re-recording our second episode, just because of audio issues and things that happened on the first one. But when we had first done this, Mike Aiello was recently on Scare Zone and Frequent Fear, one Halloween Horror Nights podcast and one Scare Industry podcast. The Frequent Fear happens to be Lee Malaby's. Our buddy Lee and his buddy Lee Conway. Mike was on and talked about a couple of things. He gave out a little bit of extra information on Exorcist and Halloween 2 on each one respectively. Actually, a lot of information on The Exorcist.
He went into stuff that sounded like he should have gone into, but it was cool to hear about it. He revealed a lot, but it was cool.
Yeah, that's great with the Mike on podcast because he will do that. Mm-hmm. You just start him off a little bit, and he is itching to tell you everything. So
very candid. I mean, I can understand his excitement. It's his baby, so of course he wants to talk about it. I know it's just killing him inside that he can't talk about it fully yet.
Yeah, definitely. The Exorcist house sounds really cool to me. How he was talking about breaking it into the individual elements.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the vomit soaked sheets are going to be interesting, and they're going to make us crawl through some nasty wet sheets. Yeah, Nina had a problem with that last year.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. It's like,
it's
all
be
these
some bad smells in there.
Exactly, all these big nasty,
ribbons and
strings that were wet last year that you had to walk through. It's like, that rubbed on everybody. Yeah.
So, question: do you think they're gonna use the same chick that was Reagan in the All Night Die in Scare Zone last year? You think they're gonna use her in the house?
It's possible. I think they're gonna have obviously a lot of different actresses all playing Reagan in different forms throughout the house for sure.
That height and body type.
Yeah. So
whether I wonder if they'll have any animatronics of Reagan. Ooh. That might be asking too much.
Well, I think they're going to have at least one.
Spinning head.
Exactly.
Think so?
Exactly.
Whee! It's just a sparkler of vomit.
Yeah, that sprays
you can't really do that with a live person, can you?
Yeah.
Watch me.
Well, you can once. That's about it. So, yeah, a lot of really cool information. We definitely encourage you to check that out. Again, the Scare Zone podcast was the first one he went on, and that's the one where he talked about The Exorcist. And then on Frequent Fear, he talked about the Halloween 2 house, which was just announced when we did this the first time. But it was really cool how they announced it because the day before they had the the EKG machine with the Morse code on there, and you had to decode that, and then once you did that, it translated to Livingston County, and then you search up Livingston County, and that's the county in which the fictional Haddonfield, Illinois, is from. So
is that a real? That's a fake county too, then, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Or is that an actual county in Illinois? Probably not.
It might be. I don't know, but yeah, it's what they use. And then the EKG machine, of course, gave you a big clue that it was in a hospital or had something to do with a hospital, which is what Halloween 2 was. And Halloween 2 was already a pretty strong rumor to begin with before then. So, But it's really, I think it's going to be a really cool house, and I know the Halloween series is one of Mike Aiello's favorite series, so it's going to be a passion project for him, and that's what gets me excited about it. Because the last time Halloween was there 2 years ago at the media event, we actually got to walk through with Mike.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, and that was amazing. And one of the things, because he was like a little kid, because as we're walking through, he's like, "Hey, you see this TV here?
Mm-hmm.
This is playing the same show that was actually playing in the original movie." And he's like, "And I worked very, very hard to get that in there." So the amount of detail that he puts into that kind of thing is going to be really that's what's getting me so excited for Halloween too.
I remember as we're going through, he's like, "Okay,
Definitely.
okay, it's coming up on the right."
Yeah, and he was very
Did
proud
you
of his reenactments, the scene reenactments as well. So
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Did you see the little bit of construction that they recently put out? I think it was about a week ago, maybe, of the actual outdoor portion where you kind of see some of the house. That would look really cool.
Yeah, and it was a little tricky to me because I still can't tell if it's inside or outside. The picture was pretty ambiguous, so
it's probably the point.
Yep. So,
but, yeah.
And another thing, really quick, some aerial shots got through. If you join the Facebook page, I posted them up there. Mickey Extreme posted some aerial shots of the tent from behind Men in Black, the new tent, and that one was kind of interesting.
Oh, really?
in the aerial shots, because it has like a little bit of like a wooden kind of like maze looking thing, either as the entrance or the exit to the house, I believe. It's just like a back and forth. It's not like an actual maze. It's just back and forth. It just kind of reminds me of that maze view. If you go on the Facebook group, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. That's really the only thing you could see from the outside. Everything else is looking kind of ambiguous, but it is big. It's a lot bigger than the sprung tents that they already have.
So it's like built on the outside of the sprung tent. Like, did you notice any other facade? Like, how they did the actual Halloween house for 2 years ago, or the Insidious house last year? Did you see anything like that?
Yeah, you couldn't see
house facade.
You couldn't see anything like that. I don't think they have anything like that up yet. Usually, they keep those facades up. They wait till the very end.
Last thing.
Yeah. To at least make it clear. Last year it was pretty close to the time that it was opening, where you could finally see behind Men in Black the Insidious facade. That's what gave that kind of tipped off that one right before the announcement, but. The Men in Black one, you can't really tell. It's a different shape. It's like complete rectangle, as opposed to like the circular design of the other sprung tents. So I think that just maximizes the space that they have. It looks like they're going to be able to use the Men in Black extended queue as part of the queue for this house, possibly. It all depends, because if the maze, like that little maze portion that I was talking about, is the entrance or the exit, because if that's the entrance, then the line's going to snake through the other direction, which is kind of crammed up back there. So it'll be interesting to see how they make that work.
So you think that that little facade thing that went up in the MIB extended queue, you think that's part of that Halloween? That's that maze part you're talking about, or is that in a different area?
I think that was actually blocking off the view of them constructing the actual sprung tent. I think they just put that up. It's kind of
hard. It's kind of hard to see back there, anyways, as it is, unless you go in areas you shouldn't.
Yeah. So, it's that, and we're still totally up in the air as far as to which house that is. There's still some really strong rumors that Krampus is coming, so there was rumors that it would be in there. The size of this tent and the material it's constructed out of makes a lot more sense if Krampus is going in there, because from what I hear, the costume would have to be pretty big to fit into anywhere other than a like soundstage. Yeah.
Or soundstage, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because those are kind of small So have you seen that movie?
Krampus? No, I
Krampus?
have not seen it yet.
Yeah.
Have you
I
seen
want
it?
to. I don't know. I kind of heard that it wasn't that good. I haven't seen it either.
Yeah, but a movie doesn't have to be good to be a good house.
A lot of people that say it would make a good house. So
yeah, a movie doesn't necessarily need to be quality to have a quality house. It just has to have good settings, environments, and characters. I think as long as you have that, the story doesn't have to be very compelling.
True.
And the lore and the story behind Krampus is pretty awesome. And I've always liked when they bring Christmas to Halloween Horror Nights.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fun.
You know, and child murder. They had like La Llorona the other year that they did that as well. So
yeah, that one was rough.
Yeah, it's something they know. They know about murdering children. I think they'll do a great job with that.
It's always a good thing to know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
not really.
Oh god.
All right. So yeah, Mike did say on Twitter about Halloween 2, the shape returns. We are beyond excited to continue the night he came home. This maze will literally pick up where our previous Halloween maze ended. Loomis battling Myers, then he'll pursue us in between the homes in Haddonfield. Rounding a corner, we will find ourselves in front of Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, and from there the events from Halloween 2 come to life. This will be located in our parade building facility.
That's a long tweet.
Yeah. Yeah, that was several tweets that I stitched together there for it.
Oh, okay.
But it gives you a lot more insight into it, and like Travis was saying, they posted a picture up of the outside, going through the Haddonfield facade. I'm guessing that's going to be a pretty quick walkthrough before you get into the house. So I'm guessing just like a row of houses, something like that, and then you go straight in.
That might be that maze area you're talking about.
Well, no, that's on the Men in Black house.
Oh, is that tech?
Yeah, that's on the Sprung
gotcha.
tent. Yeah, so
I thought you said it was the Halloween.
No.
All right. Well, yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah, that's wherever Men in Black is.
Then I got even more questions about what that would be then.
Yeah,
because I could have seen that maze being almost like houses, walking through the neighborhood or whatever. But
yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
that one would be weird. You said that was the one that was for Krampus, supposedly.
Supposedly,
rumored.
Yeah.
That might be one.
Yep.
Yeah,
we don't know for sure.
Would be for that. Got. All right, carry on.
All right. So yeah, that's going to do it for like news and information on that. As far as rumors go, I haven't actually heard a whole lot more since the original happened. So we'll have to just wait and see for the next announcement to come out. But for now, we had some questions from the audience here. So you want to take the first one, Nina?
Yeah. So first question is from Chris Izell. I guess this is more of a Horror Nights 27 and beyond question. I know that video game houses didn't do well in the past, and there hasn't been an attempt in a long time. Now that screen-based technology has improved and attractions like Kong and the Harry Potter rides have proved that Universal can meld digital and physical sets with more of a deft touch, is it time for a BioShock house next year, or do you think they tried game houses too soon and will never go back? Any other gaming franchises you want to walk through?
Yeah. I am totally behind a BioShock house, personally. That is me. I love that series, that franchise, and I think it would do a great job of converting to a house, especially with the digital projection and that kind of thing we saw with Freddy vs. Jason. Even though it's not the most detailed thing, I think it would be a cool way to make it look like water on the outside of where you're at and really simulate that environment. BioShock does take place in an underwater city called Rapture in like the 1940s, the golden era. And basically the place completely fell apart, and you're there in modern times, and you're the first person to stumble upon this since then. So it's a really compelling story, and there are still some like denizens left in the city, and they've gone crazy from taking these like all these kind of like drugs that give them special powers, and they're called splicers. They run around with like these like old school like 30s and 40s like masks on and that kind of thing. And I think that coupled with like the 30s and 40s attire that's all messed up, I think that would be a really cool look for a house. And then along with the of course the Big Daddy and Little Sister. Big Daddy is like this giant like submarine metal outfit wearing thing with a big
It's
drill.
almost like steampunkish,
I was going
right?
to say
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah, with like a drill for a hand. Basically the big daddy protects the little sister who runs around with a syringe, like sucking out the life essence and like the residual drugs from the corpses.
Sold.
Yeah, on the ground.
I never played the game, but I'm
We could
sold.
do it. We could put that house in Tucson Chocolate Emporium.
Yeah, there you go. You could theme some.
go.
Yeah, you could like have a
Stuff
theme
there.
meal. Yeah, theme meal, and then like a tour
Right.
of the house right after that. That'd be pretty great.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm for that. But yeah, I would love that.
Any other gaming franchises you'd want to walk through?
Well, they did Resident Evil and they did Silent Hill, and I think they did okay jobs on each. I would like to see a more comprehensive Silent Hill personally. There's not a lot of like.
Do an old
Scary
do
games.
like an old school House of the Dead house, the old Sega game.
Oh yeah,
Remember that where you walk through those mansions?
yeah. There you go. If they could somehow incorporate a light
would be
gun into that, that
great.
would be awesome. They
Yeah, they do that in Japan, don't they? Didn't
Yeah.
they do Resident Evil like that in Japan?
Yes, they do.
Or was it Japan or Singapore?
Yeah.
It was one of the Asian parks.
Yep. And Nina and I did a similar one at Busch Gardens. They've
That's
had
what
it
I was gonna
going.
say.
This will be the third year in a row that they do it, Zombie Outbreak. And that was pretty awesome because basically you'd shoot them and they'd like convulse there for like you'd have like 3 seconds to get away before they were allowed to start
The
moving
light
again.
would change on their chest.
Yeah.
I guess from green to red or whatever. And they would pause. And you're like, okay, I gotta find my way out. I got 3 seconds.
And it's a lot more intense than
that
you think
a-
it would be. What was
Is that a regular house or is it an upcharge house?
It is a standard house, but there's no express, so everybody has to wait in the line to go through. But
Those lines probably get pretty long, don't they? On that one?
yeah, definitely. So you want to go early. I'm sure we'll talk about Hollow Scream more on another show because I do think we're all going to that as well
Yeah, we all
this year.
plan to go this year.
Yeah, and we'll talk more in detail about their event because I think it's really worth doing if you come down. It's about like a 2-hour maximum ride from Orlando to go to Busch Gardens, and
It's not bad.
yeah, and their event is really cool. They don't have like they don't have the kind of budget that Universal has, but they make up for it with like scare actors that really want to be there and
With
really
heart.
want to do it. And and it really shows through. If you've listened to the
Yeah, and you said they don't use any kind of triggers or anything, right? Everything is just them, right?
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're yelling.
That
So
would be different.
yeah, you can get sometime that go to try to yell at you, and their voice is gone. So it's like just like squeaking at you, basically.
Yeah, dude, that's got to be brutal, man.
It is, yeah, but their
But,
houses are just a little bit more visceral, I'd say, than the Universal houses. Universal houses are more polished, especially because some of those ones at Busch Gardens stay there year round. So
That's crazy. I
yeah.
guess they got the space for it.
yeah,
Yeah, they do.
and they reuse those ideas sometimes. I think this year we're going to see a lot of the same things as previous years, especially from what they've announced already. But
I'm not mad.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I haven't been, so it's going to be
Yeah.
all new
You'll
to me.
love it.
Yeah, definitely. So, but yeah, those would be good gaming franchises. Another one I thought of was this old PS2 game called Manhunt, and that was basically you were a contestant on a TV game show that was like basically set
like
in
Run?
reality. Kind of like Run, except
Yeah, I
for
was
like
going to say, it sounds like Run.
yeah. Actually, you know what? Now that you say that,
Running Man,
yeah, because you were basically
which is
just
based
like
off another thing.
yeah, exactly. It was just like a walled off like area of a city, and then they sent all these psychos out to kill you, basically, and you had to out psycho the psychos essentially. I know one of the things was one of the special
That would be
moves
cool
in
for a
there.
Scare zone.
Yeah, it would. One of the special moves in there was basically like you had to like murder one of the other guys in such a sadistic way that even those killers that were coming up upon him were like, dude, that's messed up. Like, we got to get out of here.
That's fun.
So I would like to see that one because I always want to see Universal get more and more brutal.
Yep.
So.
Well, if they took away a witch doctor, you're not getting your whatever you.
Yeah, I highly doubt they would go
Put her
that.
in the con queue.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. Travis, you want to take the other one? The next one, I mean?
Yeah, this one's from Kenny Spoon Man, in the loop Kenny. He says, do you guys prefer IP houses or original houses more?
Ooh. All right, I will concede the floor here.
I say it depends.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of examples. Just sometimes the original house, some years I'll just prefer it more, like the year with the babies. What was the house? What was the name of the house?
Dollhouse.
Yeah, I loved
Dollhouse.
that house. And sometimes original houses, like the 3D houses, like last year wasn't my favorite, like the Alice house. Wasn't my, number 1, number 2, even top 5. But I think it just depends on the year, really.
Yeah.
IP houses, American Werewolf in London. I love that house, but
I mean, if you think about it, Alice in Wonderland, like it was an original thing, but it's not really if you think about it, because it's Alice in Wonderland,
right?
So it's kind of an IP house, but
yeah, I mean they put their twist on it, but yeah,
I see.
Right.
That is one of those kind of things that a lot of different people have taken a stab at over the years. Doing a different take on Alice in Wonderland and that kind of thing. So yeah, I would still kind of consider it an original idea and concept, way more than something like Freddy vs. Jason or. Absolutely. Yeah, or even going back to like the houses like The Thing, the Assimilation that they did, which it took place in the area, and they used a lot of creatures from the movie, but they came up with their own little storyline for it. That's what I prefer. If they're doing an IP house, I prefer them to do something like that rather than a straight up walkthrough like The Walking Dead,
the movie, or the show.
Yeah, and some of those iconic scenes, like it worked in American Werewolf in London because those were the iconic scenes from the movie that you were walking through, but it worked because I think that's just such a classic.
It's got a lot of good sights.
Yeah,
in the movie,
definitely. And seeing, basically what was like a museum dedicated to Dream Warriors, in the Freddy vs. Jason house, while you're walking through each of the doors and seeing all the different kills from Dream Warriors.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
that was probably one of my favorite areas of that house. To be honest, it was pretty quick, but there was a lot of places to pop out and stuff.
Yeah,
it was kind of like the further in Insidious almost, where you almost have those doorways where they could hide anywhere and pop out at you at any time. You never knew where they were coming from.
No matter how many times you walked through it, you never knew.
Right. Yeah. I mean, personally, I think I lean a little bit more towards the original story houses.
I knew it.
Just because I'm such a huge fan of Horror Nights and of Mike Aiello and the creative team and everything and what they come up with, that I like to see them, fully conceptualize something that they came up with themselves. That's just personally what I enjoy just a little bit more, but I also love going through the iconic scenes from things I like. Cabin in the Woods is like one of the best houses of all time. They've just had so many good IP houses as well that it's hard to pick one side or the other on that.
I would agree.
All right, the next question came from Jill Dunn, and she says, "Hey, Darren and gang, I have a Halloween Horror Nights question. This year will be my first year going to Horror Nights, and I'm super excited, but since I'm a complete noob, I have no idea how best to go about the experience. We live in Orlando and have preferred annual passes. What are your best tips and tricks for getting the most out of it? What are lines typically like without Express? Essentially, a beginner's guide to Halloween Horror Nights would be helpful. Thanks, guys."
Well, the lines are bad without Express.
Yeah.
So definitely need.
Yeah, even if I see that's people say like, oh, if you do multiple nights, you can wait in them, but I still wouldn't want to. Like that would really sour my night if I had to wait 2 hours in a line to go through an 8-minute house.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you had a huge group, it wouldn't be as bad. But if you're going like by yourself or a small group, it's not. Yeah. I mean, those lines are just you're just switching back behind a show building. A big show building, so it's not fun at all.
So definitely, tip number 1 is Express. Second tip I suggest would be look into the Stay and Scream.
Yep. Yeah, Stay and Scream. If you're an annual pass holder, there's no reason
you can hit
not
two
to.
or three. Yeah, because you can hit 2 or 3 houses before the event starts. You know, if you know how to do it, how to hit the houses. The best ones obviously would be in the front with the sound stages, and you also don't have to worry about dealing with all that crazy security too if you're already in the park.
Right.
So.
Yeah, which is something that we will find out this year, is if security will be crazy.
Now that security's at the hub.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll do double metal detectors.
I hope not, but you never know.
Stay and Scream, definitely, like Darren said, if you're an annual pass holder, there's no excuse. You're already in the park, so just head over to a designated area. Last year was 3 different areas, which will allow you immediate access to one of the, whatever it's designated to that, holding pit. There is alcohol and food depending on which location you are. Our favorite is the Finnegans, which is right in front of Mummy. You would enter through the back between Transformers and the New York area. Show your pass. You'll be in there for a little bit. We usually wait like about an hour. When did it? I'm not sure.
We're like hour and a half.
Yeah. Go more. Inside.
Yeah, that location is good too because you can chill, get a drink. Yeah. And then you're right there by the best houses. Well, at least last year they were the best houses. They're usually the bigger houses because they're in the sound stages, so they tend to be the better ones. But
and eat before the event starts too. I think that's a good thing to do because you're going to be stuck there in the holding area while they get the streets set up. That's essentially what you're doing. So you're going into the holding area before they shut down the whole park. Security does its sweep, gets everybody out of there, and then they start setting up the streets and getting the streets ready for the nighttime.
And it's really interesting to watch at the holding area, the conversion from daytime Universal to nighttime Horror Nights, where the music kicks. The actors start,
you know it's about to go down.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yep. And there is a little bit of a stampede when that ends up. So
it's people, of course.
You'll kind of
and don't use your express either when you do Stay and Scream. Don't use your express because you'll get into the houses within. If you get there decent time, you'll get in there within 10-20 minutes. So don't use express right off the rip.
Exactly.
So that's another tip.
Yep, save that express to go through later on in the evening because it's really cool to see the house 2 times in a night too. Because you'll see, probably a completely different set of actors that get comfortable as the night goes on. Some of them are, Oh, we have another guest on the show.
Yeah.
It's from American Werewolf in London there.
Sorry about that.
Very vicious. No problem. So Stay and Scream, definitely important. If you live in Orlando, I would definitely look into getting the either the Rush of Fear or the Frequent Fear plus Express. It's definitely worth it. Yeah. Frequent Fear plus Express is at the beginning of the event. Rush of Fear is at the beginning, and then Frequent Fear is later on in the event.
That's the first 3 weekends.
Yeah. But you get every day of the weekend, as opposed to the Rush of Fear is just the off nights, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah,
Thursdays and Sundays.
I think there's some weekdays in there too. I just think you don't get Friday and Saturday.
Okay, yeah, and then of course this year you have the Ultimate Fear, which is everything.
If we had the money, we'd be getting that.
Yeah, and if we live closer too, it's just it's not
$1,200 later.
Yeah, but if you live in Orlando, it is totally worth it, especially with the Express because you'll be able to go all those multiple nights. You'll get a different feeling for the event.
Well, she has depending on which annual pass she has. Do you recommend that she use her free pass towards the beginning or towards the end if she's going to go just for one day?
Beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's going to be crowded as hell towards the end or the middle towards the end of the event.
Yeah, so. I always like seeing it at the beginning too. Mm-hmm. But they do sometimes work out some problems and stuff, as the event goes on. So it does. While it gets busier, it also gets a little smoother, as far as operations go later on in the event. So.
Good luck, Jill.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you'll definitely have fun though. So.
Yeah, and
Oh, and you can use your express on the rides too, even though you probably won't have to because the rides usually aren't bad at all. Everything's usually a walk on, even like the more crowded ones usually like Rip Ride Rock and all that is usually either a walk on or 10 or 15 minutes because everybody else is at the houses, so you can use your express in that too. So
yep,
I don't know, a lot of people know that, but I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, and having all those nights to really be able to catch all the shows and really explore the scare zones and see everything, it really puts a different twist on the event, like I said. And if you're the kind of person that loves horror and horror nights, it's definitely the way to go. There's no doubt about it. You get first priority into the first show at Bill and Ted too, right? With the Express? I believe so. I'm not sure on that. Yeah,
sure. I didn't.
Cool.
I didn't use it last year because Bill and Ted was every time I tried to go over there, it was just like a crazy madhouse.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't really do Bill and Ted last year, but I think I remember hearing on somewhere or reading somewhere that you get priority. I think it's only the first show though. So if you're gonna do it early.
All right. Well, you didn't miss much. Let me say. That's my own personal opinion.
You're kind of one of the reasons why I kind of chose not to, because, maybe if the lines weren't as bad or it wasn't so crowded to get in there, I would have maybe checked it out once or twice. But then after hearing your guys' review on it, I was like, no, it's not worth it to me. I'll stick with my Jax show.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
where I don't have to queue for it.
So much better. Definitely.
Moving on to Donna Pierce. So I have a question for each of the hosts of the Dead Man's Digest. Of the houses so far announced, which one are you looking forward to the most? Ooh. Darren, go.
Who's gonna go first?
I'll go. The Walking Dead, of course. Just kidding. Out of the ones announced so far, definitely excited to see what Chance's house is, but since that's so much of an unknown, I'm going with Texas Chainsaw Massacre for now.
Travis.
I think probably gonna be Exorcist for me, just to see what they can do with that house. It's a toss up between that and Halloween 2. Not that the Halloween 2 was that good of a movie, but I'm interested to see how realistic they can make it actually look to the movie. I know they're really good at doing that, so I'm interested to see that on both of them, Exorcist and Halloween 2. So it's a toss-up.
Yep, and that's exactly why I'm picking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It may be just because that's the most recent of the 3 movies that we've seen, and I'm just so excited.
You're just trying to be like Darren.
No. It was, I think, Halloween 2 a few weeks ago, but I changed my mind.
Yeah.
It's just like... It's just like the reason why I like American Werewolf or Freddy vs. Jason. I just like to see, just like the whole point of Universal Studios to be in the movies, and I just want to feel like I'm in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I want to feel like, okay, this guy's gonna get us. We're gonna get chopped up to pieces.
Yeah, I think it's just such a twisted and messed up setting,
gory
scenario.
Movie.
Yeah, the psycho cannibal family.
And there's just so many scenes in there that I feel like it's gonna be in the house, and we're just gonna start cheering out loud like we do when we see something in the house that just yes.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, you definitely do. Like I said, like we said before, the movie's it's not the best movie in the world, but the setting, the scene, the scenario, like I said, and Leatherface himself is just such a good character.
Yeah, I'd like to just watch it just to see the iconic scenes. You can maybe pick out, like you guys were saying when you were watching it last time, that you were looking through the movie trying to pick out which scenes you think are going to be in the house or not. I'd like to do that too and just get myself more familiar with the setting. Obviously I know what Leatherface and everybody looks like. I don't have a clue of what the interior of the house and everything is like. So
yeah, it is great. You'll enjoy it.
Cool.
All right. Well, you want to take the next one there?
Yeah. All right. This one's from Gordon. It says, I'm a fairly new listener who's going to Universal for the first time this year. I'll be there just in time for the start of Halloween Horror Nights as well. You guys always mention that express passes are necessary to really enjoy the event. I will be there for literally the second night of HHN. I was wondering if you had any insight on what the crowds might be like that early into the event. Is it busier right out of the gate because people can't wait to do it, or am I safe because the event just started? And then he said, love you guys.
Aww.
Yeah, let's still get express.
Yes.
Opening weekend, because there are crazies like us that need to see it the opening weekend. That is going to make opening weekend always gets a little surge, and then it goes down a little bit. Not much though, especially in recent years, and then it goes back up again, and then keeps going up and up and up until Halloween. And then you might see a drop like the night before the last night, but then the last night is going to be crazy again as well. So crowds are very fluid, and the more popular it gets every year, it's going to get crazier and crazier. So still get your express.
Yeah, I think it's going to be crazy right out the gate this year, because like last year, I remember Mike talking about it on, I think it was Scare Zone, how he was talking about how it was a record year for Halloween Horror Nights last year, HHN 25, with money wise and just crowds. It was a record year. So I don't know if that has to do with it being an anniversary year and people wanted to see it more, but I don't know. It may have played a little bit of a factor into it, but it's just like anything, the theme parks, there's no downtime in theme parks anymore, so it's just going to be busy all the time. So yeah, definitely get that express, because you'll be kicking yourself when you have to wait in those 2-hour lines, and it doesn't. It's still pretty hot outside, hot and humid outside when the event starts. So you're not going to be liking that, and then you're going to go and try to buy express pass, and they're going to be sold out, like I tried to do last year when I used my free ticket on the last night. I was like, dang it, man. So yeah, definitely get it and get it early. So
yeah, for sure. I think you really covered everything there.
Remember this first line here says it's his first time to Universal.
Yeah.
If it's ever, I would ride the rides during the day and save the time that he has at the park. I don't know what time Horror Nights closes that night, like specifically, maybe midnight or up to 2 a.m. But maybe save
Oh, you mean Horror Nights closes?
Yeah.
So maybe do the Mummy and Transformers. If he has enough time, maybe do it during Horror Nights. But if he really wants to hit everything, I would probably do all the rides during the day, so you can really spend all the time in the scare zones and the houses and all that with the express. Yeah,
because especially if he's only going for one night, if you're going for one night, you're going to need all that time to really see the event. I would not put off going to going on the rides during the day or anything like that. I would definitely do all your riding and all that, and then just focus just on Horror Nights for the nighttime. But yeah, even if getting the express means you only go one night as opposed to multiple nights, I would still just get the express and go one night. That's how serious I am about it. Like I would not want to have to go multiple nights and wait in those long lines. So
no, it's pretty miserable.
Yep.
When you have to do that.
All right. Well, yeah, definitely enjoy your first trip to Universal. You're gonna have an awesome time for that, and for that to be happening, and for Horror Nights to be happening as well. That's gonna be pretty intense. That's awesome. I'm jealous. I wish I could have that again.
I know.
Just be prepared to spend money, because you're gonna want to come back every single year. So
yep. Oh
be prepared for that.
Welcome to the addiction.
Yeah. For sure. And I'll do the last question we have here, and this is from Stan. He says, I have some further questions for the listener email show coming up. What would be the average line at Halloween Horror Nights? That question varies so wildly. Because, the beginning of the night in a original house, you're going to have no wait. But then, later on in the night, that's going to change so much. It's but I'd say average on the more popular houses, you're going to look at almost 2 hour waits during the peak times of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hour and a half, 2 hours, I would say.
Yeah, and if I had to average out all of them, I would just say solid, like at least an hour wait. And if you put all that together, there's not enough hours in the event to wait in all those lines.
My sister went last year with her friends, and they didn't have express, and I think she got through 2 houses.
Yeah. And if you want to see any shows or anything like that, yeah, you won't be able to.
Yeah, and she just wanted to see Jack. That's why she waited around.
Yeah. With the express pass, you're going to average 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little bit longer.
Sometimes
it's less. I would say it averages around 20 minutes.
Towards the beginning of the event until they get the express line figured out, you may wait a little longer, but it still beats out the regular line by a long shot.
Yeah, and it'll still be doable to do the whole event in one night, I think, as well. So, and he also says, does Halloween Horror Nights offer any specialty foods like Mardi Gras?
Do we know food or what?
Yes. They have some specialty foods. They're not like specifically themed for Halloween Horror Nights, but they have some stuff that they don't have during the day, and those are some very disappointing twisted potatoes. We had such a bad experience with those last year. It was the first time we had to go back to a stand and be like, these aren't right.
These are raw.
These are like straight up raw.
I did not try them because they were vastly overpriced.
Yeah.
What were they like? Weren't they like $10 or something?
Yeah, it was
crazy
something
like that.
It was something crazy like that, but
it's literally just a potato cut in a spiral on a stick. For $10? Come on,
yes,
man.
but once you spent a little bit of time at Finnegan's, that gets more and more appealing.
Like $10.
Yeah, right. Like I just spent $15 on a double shot drink.
Exactly.
This $10 is nothing.
Yeah, but
they did look good. I just never tried them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
I was up on them chicken fingers.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Jason.
Well, my star of the show was the pizza with the hot dog and the crust.
The pizza with the hot dog and the crust.
Yeah, and
I remember you raving about that.
Exactly. No little cocktail weenie crust things that like Pizza Hut was doing. No, not that nonsense. Like an entire hot dog in the crust of a pizza.
It was so good.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it was hidden.
Yes.
It was like in a random little stand at the exit of, I think, Insidious.
Well, yeah, like we're Insidious.
Right?
Yeah, where all those houses on that side kind of merged together for the exit. That's where it was.
Tent houses.
Yeah. But if you weren't paying attention, you would walk right by it. So, but luckily I pay attention to food. So
yes, we do.
Yeah, so I saw that.
But there's stands all around the park. Mel's Dine's open. Finnegan's. I'm trying to think.
There's a lot of those stands out there in the. I don't know what's that little area in the front called. That's not Central. Is that part of Central Park? I never know what to call that area right there in front of like Mummy and all that.
Oh, New York?
New York, yeah.
Is that part? Do they consider that part of Central Park, or what is that called? I never know what to call the place. It looks like
it's like kind of on the corner of it, I guess. In that
right.
That
they have them all set up right there. It's pretty much the same layout as Mardi Gras.
Yeah,
for the stand.
But there's nothing like special about the event. It's just the typical Philly and chicken fingers and pizza. And
exactly. The one thing they have that's signature just for the event is
it's good food.
Yeah. The one thing that they do have that's signature for the event is the drink. And for the past few years, it's called the Dead Walker.
Wasn't that good?
Yeah. And it's it depends. I think it really depends on who made it. The Dead Walker is what it was called.
No, last year it was called Jack. Wasn't it called something with Jack? Wasn't it? It was that green drink, wasn't it?
What was it called? I thought it was called the Dead Walker again.
2 years ago, I thought it was.
Yeah, that
2 years
that was
it was
24.
definitely. And 3, well, yeah.
Last year it was called. Dang it, I don't know. I don't remember because I tried it and it was nasty.
Yeah.
It tastes like toothpaste.
Tastes like a bag.
Well, yeah, it really depends on who made those because it's all pre-mixed, so they're not putting in actual shots of alcohol or anything. It's already in the drink, which you never know what you're gonna get when you get one of those. So
Finnegan's the end.
Yeah, we steer clear of those.
Wasn't it called like Jack's Carnage Juice or something
Oh,
like that? I
Jack's-
don't remember what it was called.
Oh, it's gonna kill
Jack's
me. I gotta
Carnage
Google
juice.
this.
It was something Carnage, I think. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't get it because I heard a lot of people. I mean, I tried a sip of it. It was a bunch of weird, like tequila and curacao and a bunch of stuff that didn't even go together. I was
Yeah, like way too much triple sec, so it just tasted like a lemon, basically.
Yeah, I saw them. You know that those drinks are pre-made, right?
Yeah.
They come in big bags. I saw them dump a big bag. I was like, ugh, that's even nastier.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I said.
I don't know if I want to drink that. But,
They're all done, ready to go. So yeah. So like I said, there is food there, but nothing too special. So if you walk by and see something you like,
The
don't...
Jello shots
What?
that I was gonna recommend not to get them.
Oh, the blood bags.
blood
Yeah.
shots, yeah.
Yeah, those aren't worth anything either. Get real shots.
Yeah. Go to Finnegan's.
Just go to Finnegan's.
Definitely.
Jameson and ginger ale. It's
It's
called.
warm, strong.
And they pour them all night long.
Yep.
And they know my name there, too, so it's like cheap.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah.
Probably not good. But they pour them stronger for me, so that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I should have said that or not.
We'll see if they still do.
Yeah.
I
Right?
think we'll get them enough business that it'll be okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the last question, and that is going to do it for this episode. Unless anybody's got anything else. No.
Express Pass.
Oh. I wanted to bring this up because I remember you telling me about this last night. You saw The Purge election year. What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, obviously, it's not going to be a movie review or anything. But how do you, like? Could you tell me what you would think that it would be better as served as? I mean, probably a scare zone, right? Or what was your thoughts on that?
So we saw it yesterday, and I think it would lend itself to be better as a scare zone. Most of it took place out in the streets of Washington, D.C., I guess. Well, there are scenes of, like, significant, buildings. But scare zone, definitely. I think there's vehicles, costumes, masks that involves masks. There's nothing going to be changed to dog or god. I think scare zone. I wouldn't be mad if they brought it back to New York and did a similar thing that they did 2 years ago. It would be perfect as a scare zone. Movie was pretty gruesome. I liked it.
Yeah. Like you said, with vehicles, there is one vehicle in the movie that's got like Christmas lights all over the entire thing, like completely strung and lit up, which would be an awesome centerpiece for the area for sure. And they could take facades like the New York Public Library in the back and make that the Lincoln Memorial, which is also featured.
Oh yeah.
And then also just having campaign posters up for that kind of thing because it is an election, and this year perfectly fits in being an election year.
It's too real. It's too real.
Exactly. So I think they could have a lot of fun.
That'd be awesome, and they could sell those. They could sell those in the merch gift shops too.
Yeah.
Little
Exactly.
Purge posters. And stuff
Yeah,
like that.
propaganda,
Really
like
cool.
propaganda kind of things. Like I support the purge, and then you could have the rebel groups and that kind of thing as well. So I think that would be great for them. And then just having those campaign posters, just the theming and everything, they'd be able to reuse some of the stuff that they've had before. Yeah, but transforming New York into DC would be a really cool thing. So I hope that's what they do. And the movie itself is pretty great. I definitely recommend checking it out. I'd say it's at least on the same level as Purge Anarchy, if not just a little bit better because of the story behind it. But yeah,
Awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out for sure.
yeah. All right. Remember that you can find us on Twitter at Dead Man's Digest and on the Facebook group, which is once again the Dead Man's Digest. Ask your Halloween Horror Nights questions. Let us know what you're excited for, and we will get those questions and comments on the show. Follow me on Twitter at UUOP and Travis at Travis Terrell. I got it right this time. Yeah, Travis Terrell 12. TERRELL 12. Nina is still anti-Twitter. So
Make a Snapchat.
yeah,
That's all I need. If you had a Snapchat.
exactly. I think we're gonna
And the Dead Man's Digest Snapchat.
Yeah, we're gonna be making a Snapchat and Instagram
From Tampa, Florida.
So Nina can run those. She's a pro for sure.
Selfies.
Yep.
And
So
then y'all can give me the password for that.
yeah,
I can run that one too. Yeah, because I'm sure I'll be going to the event a lot more than you guys are going to be, unfortunately, this year.
yeah. It looks like we'll only be going one night this year.
I couldn't believe that when you told me that.
It's
Man.
Yeah,
true.
it's a lot different when you don't have a place to stay up there.
And it's a lot different when you graduate from college and you're poor.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not even in college and I'm poor.
Yeah. So for
Alrighty.
Yep. So for Travis, Nina, Leatherface, Reagan, Chance, Daryl, Coral, and Michael, I am Darren, and this has been the Dead Man's Digest.